Dear students, now we will see characteristics of a transistor in common base configuration. So common base configuration is this circuit. So here you have connected a NPN transistor in common base configuration where the base terminal is common to both input and output circuit. So this is your input circuit, this is your output circuit. Okay, so it is a common base configuration. Now in this configuration you are going to apply a voltage between emitter and base, which will be called as VEE, such that emitter and base is forward biased. So this is your N-type region which is connected to negative of the battery, and this is P-type region which is connected to positive of the battery. Similarly, you are going to apply a voltage, a DC voltage in the output circuit, which will be called as VCC, and that will see that the collector and base junction are reverse biased. That means if this is N-type semiconductor, it is connected to positive of a battery, and this is P-type semiconductor, it is connected to negative of a battery. And these are the voltages and current. This is the voltage VEB across emitter and base, and this is the current flowing through the emitter IE, and here you can see this is the current flowing through the collector IC, and this is the voltage across base and collector VCB. Okay, so this is input current, input voltage, this is output current, output voltage. So four things are very clear. Now with this you can have input characteristics and output characteristics. Now input characteristics is one where you are going to plot a graph between input voltage and output, between input voltage and input current. So here input voltage is VEB, is taken along x-axis VEB, and input current is IE, is taken along y-axis IE, for a constant output voltage across base and collector. For a constant output voltage across base and collector. So it is a graph of input voltage and input current, but for a constant output voltage. Okay. So if you see, we have shown three curves over here. So first curve is shown when the output voltage is kept fixed at 10 volts. So when the output voltage is kept fixed at 10 volts, you can see this curve. If you decrease the output voltage to 5 volt, you can see this curve. If you decrease the output voltage to 1 volt, you can see this curve. So this curve is plotted as we increase the input voltage in steps of 0.2, 0.4, 0.6 and note down the input current. You go on increasing this voltage in these steps and note down the input current. So it is a graph of input voltage, input current for constant output voltage. So as we decrease the output voltage constant, the graph will go on little farther. Okay, and this is where you can see the forward bias type of a diode characteristics, where it is going to increase the current after the knee voltage has reached. So it is going to increase the current after the knee voltage has reached. So three sets of readings are shown, and these are your input characteristics. These are your input characteristics. Now in this input characteristics, you can also find out what is the input resistance by drawing a perpendicular here for this curve. This you can take as change in VBE input voltage. This you can take it as change in input current IE. So delta VBE upon delta IE will give you the input resistance Ri of the circuit. Okay, so this will be the input resistance of your transistor. Okay, now here similarly, if you want to plot the output characteristics, now output characteristics will be a graph between output voltage and output current. So here you can see this is the output voltage VCB, this is VCB, and y-axis is the output current IC. For constant input current, input current is IE, so we have taken IE as input current constant. So if IE is kept at whatever milliampere, that milliampere only will be shown for IC. So here you can see, initially when you increase the voltage, the current will rise little, but it will remain constant afterwards. Current will rise little, but it will remain constant afterwards. Current will rise little, it will remain constant afterwards. The value of current, output current, depends on the value of input current and not on the output voltage. This is a factor to be remembered here. The value of output current does not depend on output voltage. Initially it might increase, but after that it will remain constant. But it will depend on input current. So here you can see when the input current is 0, there is a very less output current flowing, which is due to the minority charge carriers and which can be called as a cutoff region of the output characteristics. Similarly, when the input current is increased to 2 milliampere, okay, this is what you have shown here, 2 milliampere. At that time, output current, see, initially when the voltage is increased, it is going to increase, and after that it is going to remain constant because this is 2 milliampere, output current also will remain at 2 milliampere or little less than that, okay. Similarly, for 4 milliampere, initially when you increase this voltage, it will increase, but then it will remain constant because your input current is constant at 4 milliampere. The output current also will remain constant at 4 milliampere. Third one also you can see, fourth one also you can see. Initially it will increase and then it will remain constant depending upon the value of input current. So here in output characteristics, these are your output characteristics in common base. The magnitude of output current does not depend on output voltage, but it depends on the input current. This is an important line what you have to remember when you plot the output characteristics of a transistor.